MIHAS 2018 saw various transactions taking place, featuring some of the world's biggest and finest halal industry players. We speak to Dato Wan Latiff, the Deputy CEO of MATRADE, to better understand the conclusion of what MIHAS 2018 offered and perhaps look into what next year's MIHAS tends to offer.
Well, in our opinion, MIHAS 2018 this year was a great success, almost in every aspect actually. In terms of size, the size of MIHAS this year almost double than the previous year. The reason being MIHAS 2018 was held at the new Malaysia International Trade and Exhibition Centre just next to MATRADE office. So by the fact that we are having at MIHAS, which is almost 4 times bigger than KLCC, where MIHAS was held previously, we managed to increase the number of booths, and because of that, the number of exhibitors as well. So in terms of number of booths, the number increased from about 600 previously to about 1,000 this year. And in terms of number of exhibitors, also almost double, from less than 600 to about 800 exhibitors, and 60% are coming from Malaysia, or domestic exhibitors, while another 40% coming from overseas. And the largest participation from overseas were Indonesia, followed by Thailand, Taiwan, and we had about 35 countries altogether participating in MIHAS 2018. So another aspect, talking about the success of 2018, the content itself. Number one, we have the exhibition component, like I said just now. Number two is the INSP, International Sourcing Program, where MATRADE every year bring in hosted buyers. Yeah? So for this year, we brought in about 180 buyers from almost 40 countries. And where INSP, we arranged pre-arranged business meeting with local companies. Over 400 companies took part in that, and all in all we had over 200 business matching, pre-arranged business meeting, and this has resulted in increased sales this year. So that is in terms of exhibition and INSP. Another important component this year, which was different from the previous year, is seminars and conferences that we had. We collaborated for the first time with Association of Islamic Banks in Malaysia, or IBIM. Yeah? So where we had for the first time in MIHAS Islamic Finance Cluster. We never had before. Previously, 1 or 2 banks took part on their own, but this time around we have 13 banks, Islamic banks, local as well as foreign banks, participating within the Islamic Finance Cluster. And at the same time, we also had a conference on Islamic finance, where each bank presented, kind of services that they offered in the area of Islamic finance. So besides Islamic finance conference, there were many other conferences like tourism, Halal tourism conference, like pitching session, like presentation of research papers, So we're working very closely just now with Association of Islamic Banks. We also collaborated with other stakeholders like MARA, for example, like University Pahang, like Halal, Islamic Tourism Center. And obviously, the MIHAS 2018, as always, is supported by Ministry of International Trade Industry. We also had a very good collaboration from JAKIM as well as from HDC. So we saw a closer collaboration and participation of more stakeholders this time around. All in all, we saw a potential sales of about 1.5 billion. This was an increase of 50% compared to 2017. 2 components, like I said just now. The exhibition component increased by 29% in terms of sales generated from the exhibition component, from I think about 700 million previously to over 900 million this year. That is the exhibition component. And the INSP, the business matching component just now, we saw an increase of 100% from 300 million this year to 600 million. Total sales of 1.5 billion, an increase of about 50% compared to total sales recorded in 2016. So this goes to show that MIHAS has become a real international event for halal products and services, and we have seen exhibitors, local and foreign, as well as buyers, using MIHAS as a platform for them to conduct business. And MATRADE, as far as MATRADE as the organizer is concerned, we always put emphasis on the commercial component of the exhibition. That's why every year we bring in more buyers, not only in terms of number, but also in terms of quality of buyers. I think this year quality was clearly reflected, where sales were generated much higher compared to previous years. And we will continue to do this. In the past, we saw more participation in the F&B sector. But over the years, we have included other sectors, logistics services, for example, participation of Islamic finance cluster, Islamic tourism, for example, cosmetics, pharmaceuticals has been there for quite some time already, but we would like to see a more balanced, component between F&B, between Islamic finance, Islamic tourism, logistics, cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, and that, and we will continue to diversify, the products in MIHAS. So that is actually intended, and we will put greater emphasis going forward to see a more balanced sectors within MIHAS, and hopefully by doing this, then we create more value to exhibitors as well as to buyers. 2018 was the second year we introduced MIHAS Award. It was introduced for the first time actually last year. We have three category of awards. Number one is most innovative F&B products, two most innovative non-F&B services awards. That's the second category. And the third category was best booth or best pavilion. So you are right, this is to give recognition to, for example, in the area of innovative products, we would like to encourage creativity, innovation within the processing food sector. All right, innovation in the area of even Islamic finance, also the new services that they have to offer in terms of Islamic tourism also. In fact, Malaysia is leading in many areas over other Muslim countries. We are number one, leader as far as halal is concerned, especially in the area of F&B, in the area of Islamic finance, in the area of Islamic tourism. Second, I think in other sectors, we know that UAE is leading in the area of, they even have halal, advertising. Halal advertising. You guys in the halal, in the broadcasting industry, there is also halal in the broadcasting industry. So UAE is leading somehow in this area, but perhaps, with greater active participation by our broadcasting players, then probably we can be number one in the area. We are very confident that we will have a bigger and better MIHAS in 2019. Number one, because the venue now is MATRADE, which is much bigger than KLC. Previously, we had constraints in terms of space, although we had more demand, more requests from exhibitors to take part, but we were constrained by the size. But now, MIHAS 2018 was only 50% of the entire MATRADE area. So we have a lot of opportunity to increase the size of MIHAS. What I mean by increase, not only in terms of floor size, but also in terms of participation by other clusters. We would like to see a more balance, like I said just now, participation by F&B, by services. There are many services, by cosmetics, by pharmaceutical punya component. Yeah? So we are confident, and for MATRADE to commensurate with the size of the exhibition and number of exhibitors, we will bring in more buyers. So I think buyers, that's why I always emphasize the importance of buyers, because that will create value. But buyers here, not only we're talking about buyers from overseas, but also buyers from Malaysia as well, because there have been increased participation by foreign countries like Indonesia, Thailand, Taiwan, Japan for that matter, and other countries in Europe as well. We even had also in America, coming from America. So they are looking at Malaysia as market. So we got to cater to the need of foreign exhibitors as well. So that's why we always encourage visitors from Malaysia, not only visitors to go and taste the food, but also to do business deal with foreign exhibitors. So all in all, we would like to see MIHAS in future, bringing more value to everyone. We have a very structured and robust halal ecosystem in the country, which no other country has it. Malaysia Halal Council, which is led by Deputy Prime Minister himself. This all goes to show that Malaysia is very serious in developing and putting Malaysia as market leader in the halal sphere, like I said just now. We have institutions like HDC that looks after the development of halal industry in the country. We have JAKIM. Halal certification by JAKIM is globally accepted. Everyone, other countries that I spoke to, would like to have certification by JAKIM. They do anything, everything in order to get JAKIM certification. So I think we are not stopping here, as far as not only as MATRADE, but as far as the institutions, other government agencies as well. We are not stopping here. We will continue to do whatever it takes to make sure that Malaysia is sustained as the global leader in the halal industry.
That was our conversation with Dato Wan Latiff of MATRADE. If you've missed this interview, or if you want to explore some other interviews we have to offer, just head on to astroawani.com and browse for the interviews there. I'm Ibrahim Sani, thanks for watching and goodbye.